You really think the Amazon is just a jungle? Just trees, rain, snakes, and a few lost tribes? Then explain this. If the Amazon is only jungle, why did satellites detect perfect straight lines hidden beneath the trees? Lines nature does not make. And why is there a river deep inside the forest, hot enough to burn human skin in seconds? And why do researchers keep hearing strange sounds at 3 a.m. that do not match any known animal on Earth? Tonight, we open 6 Amazon mysteries, all connected to real places, real reports, and real questions. But the deeper you go, the harder it becomes to decide whether this is just science or something far older. And the most disturbing mystery waits at the end. The Amazon rainforest, 5.5 million square kilometers, 9 countries, the largest tropical jungle on Earth. Some parts are so dense that sunlight barely reaches the ground. Every year, scientists discover new species here. New frogs, new insects, new fungi, new organisms that have never been recorded before. Simple truth? We still do not fully understand the Amazon, and maybe that is exactly why the Amazon is still hiding things. The first mystery begins in Brazil, a place where satellite images revealed strange pathways under the forest. Nature is random. Nature bends. Nature breaks. Nature does not usually draw clean, straight lines for miles, but under parts of the Amazon canopy, researchers have detected long, straight corridors, perfect cuts, sharp angles, patterns that look planned. At first, the explanation seems simple. Logging roads. That would make sense. But then the problem appeared. Some of these routes were older than the modern activity around them. In some places, massive trees had already grown back over the lines, meaning the roads were not new. The jungle was new. Drone imaging and ground surveys later suggested these were not isolated paths. They formed a network. Some reached rivers. Some reached raised land. Some ended near circular clearings. It looked less like random movement and more like a buried transportation system. Officially, the safest explanation is ancient travel routes. And yes, that is possible, but then the question becomes obvious. If these were just small tribal paths, why were they so organized? Why did they connect specific points? And how much of this network is still hidden under the trees? Because in the Amazon, the forest does not just cover the past, it erases it. But the second mystery is not hidden under trees. It is moving through the forest like a warning. In Peru, deep inside the Amazon, there is a river locals call Shanay Timpishka, the boiling river. And that name is not a metaphor. In some places, the water reaches nearly 90 degrees Celsius, hot enough to burn, hot enough to kill small animals that fall in, hot enough to make the jungle itself feel unnatural. Normally, boiling rivers are found near volcanoes, Iceland, Yellowstone, places where geothermal activity makes sense. But this river is not sitting beside an obvious volcano. That is the problem. In 2011, geoscientist Andres Russo began studying it seriously. He measured temperatures, studied rocks, mapped the heat. The official explanation is underground fault systems. Deep cracks in the earth allow heated water to rise toward the surface. That explanation is real. It is scientific. It makes sense. But local shamans tell a different story. They say parts of the jungle are alive. They say some places do not behave like normal land. Science calls that mythology. Maybe it is, but the river still exists. A boiling river in the middle of the Amazon, where a boiling river should not be. And that is what makes it difficult to ignore. But water in the Amazon does not only hide heat. Sometimes it hides shapes. In the 2000s, sonar scans and underwater surveys in parts of the Amazon River detected unusual formations beneath the water. At first, they looked like ordinary rock structures. Then, some scans showed something stranger: flat surfaces, repeated edges, symmetry, shapes that did not look completely random. Some researchers used cautious language, possibly modified terrain. Not proof, not a final answer, just enough to keep the question alive. The Amazon River is one of the most powerful rivers on Earth. It moves sediment constantly. It destroys, buries, and reshapes anything in its path. So if something old survived under that water, it would have to be either extremely lucky or extremely important. Official science remains careful. There is no final conclusion, but underwater surveys continue, quietly, slowly. And here is the uncomfortable part. Local stories have mentioned stone places beneath black water for generations. Usually, oral traditions are dismissed as legend, but in the Amazon, legends have a strange habit. Sometimes they wait centuries and then become archaeological leads. If cities can hide beneath the jungle, why not structures beneath the rivers? But the next mystery is not something you see. It is something you hear. Deep inside the Amazon, researchers and wildlife teams have recorded strange, low-frequency sounds. Not jaguars, not monkeys, not insects. Deep, metallic hums, distant horn-like calls, vibrations that seem to travel through the trees. Some recordings happen late at night, often between 2 a.m. and 4 a.m. The official explanations are practical: tree resonance, wind pressure, atmospheric distortion, rare animal communication. And yes, all of those are possible, but the pattern is what makes people uncomfortable. Different teams, different years, different equipment, similar sounds. The Amazon canopy can twist sound in strange ways. A nearby sound can feel miles away. A distant sound can feel like it is right behind you. Direction collapses. Distance becomes unreliable. That is science. But some tribes avoid specific areas of the forest for another reason. They say the jungle answers back. If you call into certain places, something calls back. To science, that may be an echo. To someone standing alone in the dark jungle, it feels like a warning. And then there is the river animal that became a legend. The Amazon pink dolphin, freshwater dolphin. Pink skin, unusual intelligence, complex behavior. To scientists, it is an extraordinary animal. To local folklore, it is something else entirely. Some stories say the pink dolphin can take human form at night. It walks into villages. It tricks people, then returns to the river before sunrise. Science rejects that part, and it should. But what science cannot ignore is the animal itself. Amazon river dolphins communicate in complex ways. They show curiosity. They interact with humans in unpredictable patterns. Some fishermen claim dolphins push boats towards certain routes. Others say they appear before storms or dangerous water. Scientists call it intelligent behavior. Locals say the river is guiding you. Maybe both are just different languages for the same strange experience. Because in the Amazon, the line between nature and myth has never been clean. But the next mystery is much more real. Navigation failure. Experienced guides sometimes lose direction in places they already know. Compasses behave strangely. GPS signals become unreliable under the canopy. Weather shifts without warning. Officially, the reasons are clear. Dense trees, magnetic minerals, similar rivers, repeating terrain, limited sky visibility. And honestly, that explanation is strong. But the psychological effect of the Amazon is also real. Heat, humidity, constant sound, no horizon, no open sky, no clear distance. After days inside the forest, time starts to feel different. Morning and evening blend together. Every path looks like the last one. Every sound feels close. Every shadow looks intentional. The jungle does not only challenge your body, it attacks your sense of reality. And maybe that is why the most disturbing Amazon mystery is not monsters. It is disappearances. Since the early 20th century, explorers, missionaries, illegal miners, hunters, tourists, and independent travelers have disappeared in the Amazon. Some were accidents. Some were disease. Some were violence. Some were simple mistakes, but some cases feel different. Equipment found, camp found, boat found, people gone. No clean answer, no final trail, no last message. The Amazon does not preserve evidence, it consumes it. Humidity breaks down clothing, animals scatter remains, floods erase footprints, vegetation closes over trails. A place can disappear in days. A person can disappear in hours. That is what makes the Amazon terrifying. Not because it needs monsters, but because if the jungle decides to hide you, the modern world may never find you again. And then there is another layer, the sky above the Amazon. Pilots and river travelers have reported strange lights over remote regions for decades. Not always dramatic, not always cinematic. Sometimes just silent lights above the canopy, stationary, then moving, then gone. The official explanations are reasonable. Atmospheric reflections, weather distortion, aircraft, military activity, drones. But some reports are older than drones, older than social media, older than the modern UFO craze. In the 1960s, travelers described silent floating lights above the forest. Some indigenous groups say there are places where the sky and land become thin. Science does not use language like that. But the reports remain, and the Amazon keeps its silence. The next mystery may be the most dangerous one, because it is not ancient. It is about the future, disease. The Amazon contains millions of life forms that humanity has barely studied. New parasites, new fungi, new bacteria, and unknown microorganisms may still be hidden inside its ecosystem. And as deforestation pushes deeper into the forest, scientists warn that humans are not just cutting trees. They are disturbing ancient ecosystems. And when ancient ecosystems are disturbed, things can come out. Pathogens, viruses, organisms our immune systems may have never faced before. Some researchers believe the Amazon could contain biological threats we still do not understand. Think about that. The largest rainforest on Earth. Millions of unknown species. Huge areas barely explored. And humans are cutting into it faster than they can study it. The Amazon is not only a mystery of the past, it may also be a warning about the future. And then there are the people who still choose to remain hidden. Uncontacted tribes. In the 21st century, while the world is building artificial intelligence and sending rockets into space, there are still human communities inside the Amazon with almost no contact with modern civilization. No internet, no electricity, no roads, no cities. Some have been photographed from aircraft. Some have even fired arrows at planes. To outsiders, that may look hostile, but from their side, it may be survival. Because history taught them what contact can bring: disease, violence, land theft, disappearance. Satellite images sometimes show small clearings, huts, smoke, and movement. Then the trees close back in, and the modern world is locked out again. That may be the strongest proof that the Amazon has not been conquered. Not by maps, not by drones, not by satellites. The jungle still has places it refuses to hand over. So what do these mysteries have in common? Hidden pathways, a boiling river, possible underwater structures, strange sounds, pink dolphin legends, navigation failures, disappearances, unexplained lights, unknown diseases, uncontacted people. Some are scientific, some are cultural, some are psychological. Some may be completely natural, but together they point to one uncomfortable truth. The Amazon is not fully known. Not completely, not even close. We like to believe the modern world has mapped everything, that satellites ended mystery, that drones replaced exploration, that science has already opened every door. But the Amazon proves otherwise. Every new scan reveals more. Every expedition raises new questions. Every discovery makes the old map feel smaller. Maybe the Amazon is not hiding one secret. Maybe it is built out of secrets. And the most disturbing part is this. We may already be walking over them, flying over them, cutting them down, burning them, without ever knowing what was there. Right now, somewhere in the Amazon, researchers are scanning the forest with LiDAR. Drones are mapping the canopy. Audio sensors are recording the night. Genetic samples are being studied. Underwater surveys are still searching. And there is a real chance that on some hard drive right now, there is an image of something the world has not seen yet. A structure, a settlement, a pattern, a signal. Something that waited centuries under the trees, and will wait a little longer, until someone finally understands what they are looking at. So no, the Amazon is not just a jungle. It is a locked archive, a living maze, a place where nature, history, fear, and science overlap. And once you realize that, you can never look at the green map the same way again. Which mystery disturbed you the most? Write the number in the comments. And if this file opens something in your mind, stay close, because the next place we open may be even stranger.